A beautiful day here in Tennessee, and this background scene that's looking out my back door. You know what? I was thinking earlier, looked out the back window. You know, I'm going to be looking at this scene right here probably the rest of my life. You know, if you think about it. Life is good. With that said, the mailman came and made a run down to the mailbox yonder. Still got that mud in the front yard there for the ones that's keeping account. Had to cut across, go down. Side road over there, neighbor's driveway on that side, kin folks. Had to go down that driveway. I heard that air conditioner, that heat pump kicked on right then. You know what I mean? Spending money when you're not in the house, and I can't afford it. Man, whew, times is hard, I'm telling you. But anyways, I am here. I'm here to Tennessee. And I still got everything in Arkansas. For the ones that's keeping account, the ones that's taking note, you know, may go back, may be on the road now. You know what I mean? Immediately after this conversation. Went down there to the mailbox, and I fetched this letter out of there. I'm gonna open it. I was thinking about saving it, and you know, by all rights I could and should, but I ain't going to. It's one of those conversations. Let me explain this to you. The dude Stoney, he done sent me an email there, and you know how I am on them emails or any kind of messages. You know how it is. I mean, I answer when I'm behind on answer. Anyways, I know I didn't give you no reason, and I'm not going to, because this is very nice right here. Very nice handwriting. I mean, it's A1 perfect. The lettering style is quite pleasing to the eye. And me being a lifelong philanthropist, I collect stamps, and I'm going to sell that stamp collection. Actually, it's a stamp accumulation. So if anyone's interested in a bunch of stamps, you know, send me I think it's on there somewhere or another, shopdogsam@gmail, you know, and I'll sell you them stamps if we can make some kind of contact. But I can say this is the first piece of item of personal mail that I have received at this house. You know what, I was thinking about that too. Even though this is such a beautiful background here, I quite enjoy it. So, being an analytical mind, let's just go off on a side trip. Stoney, if you don't care, let's and we're gonna open this. We're not gonna hold off. I'm gonna cut it open. You know, sometimes you can look up through yonder, and I think you can. Well, I'm gonna snip it off up here. I think I'll be safe if I. You know what? To get a letter in the mail is very unusual. It's almost a thing of the past to receive a letter in the mail. And let's back up. It's a very quality envelope. Like I say, everything is perfectly spaced right there, and the stamp is it's a Battle of New Orleans there. One of them forever stamps. I like that, but it's a little cluttered design. You know what I mean? You really have to look at it to know about it. I don't have one of them, so I will add that to the accumulation. If anyone was to buy my stamp collection, this will probably be in there. And you know what? I may keep this full cover. It's good enough. I shouldn't have cut that off, but done did. So, and this was for this right here. If y'all was not following along with me, and my slipshod way of videos of late, you know, it's just my way of doing it. And okay. I would have thought I'd had a deduction in this, to be honest with you. You know, a buck, say a buck or so. But this is the sale bill, and I'm going to follow up on it. I should upload a video before I do that. It's just kind of the turn of events where Stoney was going to come pick these parts up, and it was some stuff on here on the home front. You know what I mean? Trying to get moved and everything, and you know, I mean, I don't have no parts, but the son's got some parts. You know, man, it's a lot of work with them parts, I tell you. But we got that, and it was the amount that was charged. So that transaction is done. You know, even shipping stuff, it's man. You know, they'll come to you mailbox out there and bring you a box to put it in. All you have to do is throw it in there, throw some scrap paper around it, and call and tell them tomorrow on your phone that you got it, something to go out, and they'll come pick it up. So, you know, it's not too big a deal like that. But oh, it's starting to rain here. Mist in the air, quite enjoyable. Oh, got a little trash fire out there blowing this way. Is the wind direction. If you're wondering about it, the wind direction is coming kind of off to the left side of me right here. According to the smoke, it's coming right down through there. At a very, if I was going to describe how that smoke was moving, I would say that smoke was moving at a very leisurely pace. You know, meaning it's just enough breeze to bend the smoke over from going up and carry it this way. You know what I mean? It's just enough to make a difference. You know, there's probably someone that knows the number of that. Pray tell it would never be me. I mean, that's just too much to know that. You know, if you took a photograph, would be the question. If you know the answer, pencil it in. If I took a photograph side view of that smoke angle like this right here, it's on the ground, it's an open burn right there. There was a couple of trash bag fulls of stuff, and some cans was in it. You know, I burned the label off. Save the can for scrap metal. But anyways, okay, in the length of time there that I was talking to you, actually the wind has changed in the direction where it's coming straight at me now. So if I go to the side view over there and I take a still shot of that angle, because it's not on ground level, it's somewhere up here that the angle part's coming like this. So if I take a picture of that, is they a graft? Has someone already did that to the point where that I can take my smoke signal and superimpose it on this graft, or either just the angle, you know, figure 30 degrees or so, that would be a 15-mile-an-hour wind. I'm taking in consideration ground height and all of that right there. How tall would that be? It would go to the sky, so you have to. The ending should be a imaginary line, as long as it's long enough to get a measurement on, considering that the ground would be level, like this and this. But it's not very much. I can barely feel it on the skin, the wind blow, but I do know it is. You know what I mean? If I held the finger up, I would actually know that. So I don't feel nothing now. And the fire actually has started with pretty much a straight up smoke signal. So, and that's the reason I didn't feel nothing here, because there's no wind. But it'll change shortly. It's supposed to rain. Yeah. Airplane overhead, dog in the off distance. I heard a neighbor car coming down the driveway. You know, assorted other chirps and, you know, whatever animal sounds that they make, you know. There is some noise here. I don't know what set that dog off. Maybe that airplane. Maybe that dog's barking at that airplane. You never know about dogs. I don't even know what time it is. Let's see. Lord, you know, just log it in there. I mean, proof of whatever. It's 4:22, you know, and it's still daylight. It's not even dark yet here. I think it gets dark around 5:30 or 6, maybe, something like that. You know, I really appreciate y'all setting in. You know, if you set in this conversation, you know. Oh, yeah. I've not said anything. And, you know, I mean, I should be doing something on a larger scale right now myself. But, man, I was watching Wrangler Star. I do watch that channel. You know, see what the family's up to. I watch that channel. I'll own up to it. I was just thinking earlier today even on it, you know, just change subject. I was thinking today, matter of fact, when I came from one end of that house down to the other end, yeah, I was thinking this house might be big enough to have a roommate, you know, just thinking out loud. Okay, not to leave you stranded about the smoke signal. I'm watching right out there where that's at. And right now, that flume or column, whatever word you use, of smoke coming off of that trash pile, when I started talking to you, was going as near perfectly straight up as I could judge. In that length of time, the wind has shifted, and that flume of smoke is blowing now. It's not straight across, but it's kind of close. Let picture this to yourself. It's a big clock here with that flume of smoke in the center of the clock. And I'm at the 12 o'clock position. and 6 o'clock is right down here at that bale of hay. Just imagine a bale of hay down yonder, and that's 6 o'clock. Okay, it's 12 here, and hands going this way, right here. 3 o'clock's right over here. 9 is over here. This is dark. That's the daytime. Okay, and it come around. Okay, I'm going to say it's at 5 o'clock. 4:30 or 5 o'clock is the angle that wind shifted in that amount of time. Shortly, it was right over here, and this is the most around this way it's been. It's direct to me, and it's been playing in that direction. So that means the wind has been playing a little bit in this direction down here, and it don't take much either, you know. I mean, I know that. Cedar tree right there, several of them. Dude brought a load up. Oh, what I was going to tell you about Cody. Man, you know, have a big old excavator. You know, I don't know. I did have the offer of this of Stoney. I had the offer that the guy would actually bring his excavator up here and work on my yard. You know what? That is upstanding. That is above and beyond the call of duty that someone would do that. And that may be the case with Cody out there wherever he's at. But, you know, and ever how it's happened where I've ended up in life today, right here now today, and where everybody else is at in the world. You judge your own self on your own merits. But now let's just say right here, I think I'm almost positive this right here was a Goodwill shirt. It was either Goodwill or it was Walmart, $5. And I think I went in Walmart one time some years ago, and they had a whole rack in there, $5 a piece. And I bought lots of them. A $5 shirt, you can't hardly beat that. And they've been good ones. Or either Goodwill for $1.50. Trousers, $9.90 or something like that. Walmart trousers, $9.90. They serve me well. What I'm saying is, if you add me up, shoes, I think it's them $18 Walmarts. They got some leather on them, but they're not very good, you know. Whew. Man. They got no arch support in them, but they're cheap. You wear them for 2 or 3 days, throw them out, get another pair. You know, added up, it's still less than the $500. Because the $500 pair of boots in this mud right here I'm dealing with right here would not last. You know, I'm just saying. Yeah. Well, it's raining pretty good now. But see, I'm in the dry here.